Okay, so for bridling, he has an extra step because he's a nervous horse. He wears a mask, which helps him just kind of handle life a little better. I'm going to start by putting the reins around his neck so that when I unbuckle him, I still have control of my horse. He used to have a really fun habit of bolting out of the cross ties when we would bridle him. So we took to putting a rope halter on under the bridle, so when he would try to bolt out, I could immediately correct him. And we've pretty much gotten over that. So I'm going to remove the cross ties, and I'm going to remove the halter. And I'm going to go ahead and put his mask on. Sometimes I do this with the halter on, other times I don't, it depends. And he's a good boy about it. Some horses probably wouldn't be a huge fan, but he's been wearing this for a couple of years now. He's pretty used to it. So just a little extra step we have to take before we bridle. It shows he's being a little fussy about it right now. I'm not giving him his ear. There we go. He's had a week off, so he thinks he's retired. He is not. It shows he also wears a bonnet that is soundproof because he is a very reactive horse. So I'll put that on. Once that's on, come here. I'm going to put my hand over his nose. And I typically kind of grab the noseband and everything out of his way, just so it doesn't get in the way of the bit. I'm going to ask him to take the bit by pressing against his teeth, and he sometimes fusses a little. He's had a week off, so not unusual for him to get a little fussy. Pull it over his ears. He also has blinkers on his bridle because, again, he's a very reactive horse. Just these little leather bits on the sides that block some of his vision. So, for fitting, you back up. Hey, back up. Okay. We want the noseband to be at least 3 fingers. I tend to go pretty loose. The FEI has recently installed more rules about nosebands and how loose they need to be. Noseband doesn't typically serve a whole lot of a purpose, so I tend to keep it 3 to 4 fingers, just because that's best that fits them. Throat latch, you want that to be pretty loose too. 4 fingers is the typical. So I'll make that on. I'm gonna make sure everything else fits him properly too. So you want to be able to get a couple fingers between him and any part of the bridle typically. So snug but not tight on the cheek pieces and the cavesson, which I'll here high. So snug but not tight. A few fingers, but we do want it to be flat against his face. Brow band should be the same. Get a few fingers in. If you need to adjust, you have these lovely buckles on the sides of the cavesson that we can adjust with. This is going to adjust the bit. You should have the bit hanging in their mouth so that you can have at least 1 to 2 wrinkles in the corners of their mouth without applying any pressure. And that means the bit's in the right place. And so we're going to go for our ride.